Well, the X Games are nothing without their parties, and we're here, the Helly Hansen party, having a great time. And we ran into one of the most accomplished skiers in the industry, Mr. Chris Davenport. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great. Having a great time at Winter X Games, especially here in Aspen, my hometown, and a little soiree tonight at the Helly Hansen Boutique.
Now, you've witnessed skiing for a while. You've seen it from inside and out, from a spectator and a lover of the sport and also a competitor.
Yeah.
How have you seen the X Games progress since they've been here in Aspen, or just in general?
Well, this is my 11th X Games. I competed for a number of years. I've been doing broadcast television for a number of years. And the best thing about X Games is it progresses every year. It evolves every year. It gets better every year. Bigger hits, the athletes get better, the racing's faster. I mean, it's incredible, really, how they've maintained that evolution year after year. So that's what keeps me coming back, is you see new things every year, better racing every year, the athletes get better. I love it.
Now, it wasn't too long ago that a lot of people were saying that skiing is dead. Skiing was unsexy anymore. I'm sure neon had a lot to do with that. And snowboarding was taking over. That was the new sport. But it seems like since, I don't know, probably the last 10 years, maybe 15 years, it's really come back with a big resurgence. I know you never thought skiing was dead.
Yeah, I never bought into it.
But how do you see like the progression these days with guys like Tanner and Simon and what Sage Gibraltar is doing back in the backcountry? I mean, how do you see it going for the next 10 years?
Well, I mean, skiing definitely has had a great last decade. The whole freestyle revolution, starting with the new Canadian Air Force guys, Mike Douglas and crew, did a great job at basically kick-starting the freestyle side of things. And now we see guys like Tanner Hall and Simon Dumont and Yoon Olsen taking it to the next level and really doing great things with it. But skiing is a very dynamic sport, so it's progressing on all levels. Like my thing right now is progressing big ski mountaineering, taking like the biggest faces in the world and skiing them fast and hard. And so I think there's a lot of progress going on there as well, and it's just exciting to see like so much energy within the sport in all facets of the sport. You know, the equipment that we have is better, whether it's our skis or our clothing. The resorts are building bigger and better terrain parks. The backcountry is becoming more accessible with better equipment. So there's so much going on. I mean, it's just an amazing time to be a skier.
Well, let's talk about some of the accomplishments you've done. If you don't know this, there are a lot of 14,000-foot mountains in the state of Colorado. 54 of them, to be exact. And this man has climbed and skied all of them. Now, what's the one moment, if there was one, and the one mountain that you thought, man, this is crazy?
There was 2 times that happened where I thought, oh man, what am I getting myself into? The first was peak number 1, where I got to the top and I'm like, man, I've got 53 left to go. You're kidding me. I'm never going to be able to do it. And then the last time was peak number 54, where I said, oh, I'm on the final peak of my project. If anything bad's going to happen, it's going to happen now. We hadn't had an avalanche, we hadn't had a fall, we hadn't had anything bad happen, and I'm standing on the final summit thinking to myself, man, I got to ski this one clean. And we did, and it fortunately, finished all 54 peaks with 3 days left to go in a year. And it was a great feeling. I worked really hard on it, very rewarding, very satisfying, and moving on to bigger and better things now.
I know it was a huge accomplishment to be able to do that, and you were very driven in getting all those 54. Were you able to enjoy it? And I mean, sure there were some days that were just windblown, it was awful, and you just wanted to get down, but I'm sure there were some others that the powder was deep, it was perfect, it was an idyllic kind of moment.
I enjoyed basically every day I spent on the 14ers in one way or another. I mean, there was days where the snow conditions were miserable. There was days where the weather was miserable. And then we had beautiful powder days, everything in between. But I was out there skiing mountains. And, I don't want to do anything else in my life. I don't want to sit behind a desk. I don't want to work for the man. I want to just be out skiing. And that's what I was doing. So deep down inside, I enjoyed every single day, sharing it with all the friends, taking all the photos. The whole experience was just deeply rewarding, and I look back on all 54 peaks with an interesting story and a great experience.
Last question for you. As an Aspen native, you all know this, that Aspen is kind of like the Hollywood of mountain ski towns, right? I mean, all the celebrities come here.
Some would say it's the Hollywood and the glitz and glamour. For us, the local skiers, we think it's the raddest ski town in North America. But, a town like this has a lot of faces. There's 2 sides to Aspen. You can be the rich and famous and come here and party down, or you can be a hardcore skier and come here and rule the backcountry, ski hard, ski fast, have a great time. It's all what you want to be.
Well, as a local, I understand that the paparazzi has made their way into. I'm saying this. I'm like, there's the camera. Now, as a local, do you guys just kind of like, yeah, whatever, or is it getting kind of irritating? Because obviously paparazzi is in all the headlines now. Do you guys even care?
I don't care at all about the paparazzi. I know that they come here during the holidays, and that's exactly when I don't come here. That's when I go ski touring out in the backcountry, and during Christmas and New Year's, it is a little crazy here. And I guess the element of the Hollywood and the paparazzi is here, but you know what? I don't see that at all because I'm out skiing with my friends, and this year we were skiing super deep powder, and none of those people were up enjoying what we were enjoying. So
that's the nice thing about paparazzi. They don't ski. They don't ski. So you
great targets for snowballs down on the street. Nail 'em.
All right, Chris, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I wish
Always a pleasure to talk to you guys.
The best of success to you and your ski future. Are you going to try and ski all the 13ers now?
I'm going to try to ski the California 14ers this winter. I got a big project in the Alps going on also, in Switzerland and France and Austria. And then I just had another baby, so I've got 3 kids now, so trying to take those guys to the next level too.
They're going to be very proud of their dad. Very, very proud of their dad. All right, fantastic talking to you. We got much more coming your way right here on RSN X from the X Games 12.